Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Ian and I'm Castle Vape. What we're going to be doing today is I've been asked to do some videos and I thought, well, why not? Got some time right now. So I'm going to do a build and wicking of this puppy, which is the Vandy Vape Kenzie. Now, it's a rebuildable tank and a lot of people on a lot of the forums are having problems with it. I don't know why. Well, I do. It's wicking, it's an issue. It's either dry hit or it's flooding or it's leaking. But I have a fix and it's different, but it works and it's easy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a build. I'm going to put it in. I'm going to video the whole thing and then it's all going to get shown on public. So a friend of mine's going to do all editing. So if I do stupid things like, he can edit that out and it'll all be beautiful. Isn't that right, Chris? Yes, it is. So anyway, I'm going to have a vape. I'm using the Mesh Pro and this smoke that I'm testing for a customer because he says it doesn't work. Funny enough, it does. Biggest problem with this industry is there's not a lot of people tell you exactly what's wrong with the problem and give you a fix. It's usually a guess. So I'm going to prove to you that this works, all right? And it's a guaranteed. I've never missed a beat with this method. And it's all about the wicking, right? It doesn't matter what coil you put in there. It doesn't matter what gauge it is, if it's a Clapton, if it's an alien coil, if it's twisted, if it's just a standard 24 gauge multiple wrap coil. It's unimportant what build you put in there. What is important is how you wick it. And that's the key to this. And my secret to wicking is a thing called Muji. I love Muji. It's cheap. It's extremely cheap. And it works, all right? And it's purposely built for this, I think. When you build it, you'll understand why, because the ends get cut off and it just works. So I'm going to go down, get the camera pointing on what I'm going to be doing, and then we'll take it from there. Then I'll come back up and I'll explain a bit more. In order for me to do this build, you're going to need some snippety snips, all right? Sharp ones that work. You need some coil, either a pre-made coil. I'm going to make some coils. Something you're going to build in like the Kenzie or the Kylan. Right, any rebuildable tank. This works on any rebuildable tank, to be perfectly honest with you. Something to sit on so it's nice and easy. I recommend this Coil Master. It comes with a kit, alright. In that kit you get this Phillips screwdriver, which is cool as ice. My secret weapons are these two things. A razor blade. A very sharp razor blade. Okay? That's important. And it's a single edge, so you don't cut yourself. But any razor blade will do. And this, it is the most important part of any kit. It's a pointy thing, right? This is out of a watch fixing kit, you know, so you can get the watch straps if you get in the pins and this pops pins out and stuff, all right? It's ideal for that, okay? But it's a pointy thing. A pin will do, but if you can invest in a pointy thing, it's well worth it. Look at how beautiful that's been made, and it's a little bit bent, but it works. So, they're the three things, They're the two secret weapons. A razor blade and a pointy thing. Coil Master kit, Phillips screwdriver, a coil or pre-made coils, some snippety snips, and a rebuildable tank to put it in. Okay, so that's pretty simple. So, Muji. The thing about Muji is, all you got to do is this. So, you separate this end. You'll always have a compressed end on each side. Take both of these sides off. You're not doing a Scottish wicking method, this is just a normal wicking method. Keep these two bits for cleanup, always kind to have. And then, for all you OCD people, watch. I need about that much. I'm not cutting it, I'm just splitting this into three, okay? And it's basically around about this. If you're looking at your thumb, from here to there, that's all you need. And all you're going to do with this is just roll it on itself, nice and gentle. Just get it rolled. It doesn't need to be tight, and then roll it between your fingers. And what you're going to do is you're going to go out. Like the coil heats up, start in the middle and roll it out. Don't worry about the ends because you're going to cut them off anyway. But what you're looking to get is that you can feel it needs to be even, okay? It's going to get to be like that. Right, so I'm going to do this one. Always fold this one over first because that edge is always good to have on the outside. Roll it over. And then work your way to the outside. And all you're doing is you're looking for it to be even so that the width through the whole of the centre section is the same. So just work it and manipulate it to go out. Not perfectly the same size, but the core is the same. Alright? So all you do is kill at the end, so you squeeze it as hard as you can. Alright? And I can guarantee you, no matter how clean your hands are, this cotton will always pick up any dirt. I'm looking pretty clean there, like. I'm pretty clean. So, now I doubt the most important part of this is how to wick this properly. 2 of these, 1 of these, and this is the most important thing. So I'm showing you, start in the middle, and just work your way out, nice and gentle. Then kill the ends of it, alright? Then all you got to do, kill one end more than the other. And you just want to get this through the coil, alright? So you can get a hold of it and pull it to there. Then what you got to do is twist this end while you hold onto it, and then just pull it through gently. And you want to be able to do this, okay? So that's in situ now. You want to be able to just give it a bit to and fro without any like major resistance. It's just as if I pull hard enough, it'll come out. That's the best way to describe it. Then just take your thumbs and your finger and pull this excess off, because there's always excess that can come off. So you just pull that excess off. Okay? Get rid of the excess. Now, next part. Let's do the other side. Same procedure. Kill the ends. Whichever one you can kill more is the one that you're going to put through the gap, because you need it to go through the gap and then be able to twist it. So this side's going to go through better. So I'm just going to feed that in there and hopefully get a hold of it, pull it to there, and then get a hold of it, twist this side, pull it through halfway, and then you've got a bit of give and take. Again, feather it off, get rid of any excess. Okay. Now, this is the step which I think is probably one of the most important. So, I'm going to lift these up. Here is the juicing area. Let me just show you with this. So, this area here is where the juice is going to go in and onto these wicks. And a lot of people just ram it in there and have them sticking out. It's not what I do. This is how I fix this issue of dry hits and flooding. So, take your blade, twist this down again, take your blade and put it into the bottom of the wicking area, and then start to cut this nice and gentle until you get all the way through it. Pull off any excess, alright? And again, same with the other side, twist this, get it onto the level of the bottom of the wicking area, okay? And then cut it off. Pull off any excess, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull that through a bit more, So they're pretty much the same. Now, this is the next step. Take your tweezers and drop it in all the way so it hits the bottom. So your wick length is the same as where this wicking area starts from, okay? And then you take your pointy thing, drum roll, everyone's been waiting for the use of the pointy thing, multiple uses. What you're going to do is put it underneath this cotton and lift it, just gently. And if it comes out, put it back in. Because this will happen. So that's in nice and tight. You can do it this way as well. Put this in here and just lift it. Okay, all you want to do is lift it. And all you're going to do is you want to lift it so you can rub your pointy thing along the bottom and it doesn't touch the cotton. Okay, that's all you got to do. That will mean that the juice will go inside this area and then go up and touch the ends of this cotton. So you want it to touch the end of the cotton rather than the side of the cotton, because you're going with the grain there. Alright, so if the juice is coming in this direction, it's going to go with the grain rather than against the grain. Alright, so I'll do the same process on this side, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it the way I normally do it, and I'll twist them both at the same time, get them together, get the height of the base of that, and then just cut these off. I think pull the excess off. Need to trim this one just a touch. Beautiful thing about razor blade, you can do it exact. X-Acto knife. That's maybe why they call it an X-Acto knife. But this isn't an X-Acto knife. This is just a blade. So, get rid of all the excess flying about. Take this and then just drop it in to that gap. So this is a bit of a mess. So what I'm going to do is use the pokey thing just to push this down so it's down all the way. So it's nice and sort of neat right now. But again, what I'm going to do is using the pokey thing. You can either do it from this side. Alright, let me just focus in on that. So you can either do it from this side by just inserting that and lifting it up nice and gently. Alright, just so it's getting up, okay? Or the easiest way is just to lift it from here. Okay? So you're lifting. So again, you can put this on the bottom and and it doesn't really affect this cotton. Because one thing you got to understand is this cotton is going to expand, guaranteed, as soon as the juice touches it. Okay? So now you've got a bit of a gap here, right? So when you run that pointy thing underneath it, it's hardly touching the cotton on this side. The bigger gap on this side there is on here, so I could just lift that up a bit more. But as long as there's a gap, you're laughing. And again, this side, you've got a gap all the way along here. Alright? So that's sorted. Now, the next thing you can do is pre-wick it, which is a pretty simple thing to do. You hoist some juice on top of it. This is it finished. It's completed. It's lovely. This will not ever get a dry hit, because this gap here, and because of this gap here, you need that gap so the juice can go into that juicing area and then up. That does one of two things. One, it allows it to wick it at whatever speed you want it to, because with these tanks at 0.36 build, you're going to be going big clouds, and it's going to be flavoursome and lovely. Then you're also going to have you're not going to have the problem of a dry hit, because it's going to be constantly feeding. It's not going to flood, because even though we've left a gap underneath the cotton here and a gap underneath the cotton here, it's going to expand. The whole purpose of a tank and a rebuildable is, in my opinion, to stop it from flooding. That's it. You're not worried about dry hits because it's going to wick. It's going to get the juice in there as fast as you can vape it, basically. It's quite a hard thing if you get the wicking right to get a dry hit off these things unless you got no juice. If you got no juice, then you're an idiot because you just haven't paid attention to your tank. This is an old school Aspire. It can vape as fast as you give it, but you can't get to the point where you hammer it too much when it's going to get a dry hit because it's a stock coil. This isn't a stock coil, it's an RTA. Purposely built to go in here. Then all you do, add your juice, put the tank on top, making sure your juice flow is next to the cotton, because with these you can turn them a bit. So make sure your juice is full all the way at the top and you're good to go. Alright? So the important things to take from this are simple. Nice and gentle when you're pulling it apart, when you're wicking it. Alright? I'll use one of these as an example again. So you're going to fold it over and you get it to the point where it's a nice little round tube. And then you're going to start in the middle, nice and gentle, and you're going to move it out to the edges. Kill the ends, pull it through, twist it, pull it through, and you've got to have a little bit of give and take. Cut it to length so that the bottom doesn't touch the bottom of that juice hole. If you do that, never going to have an issue. Everyone comes in and complains about the Kylan and the Kenzie and how I'm getting dry hits and I'm getting flooding and it's leaking everywhere. Well, that's because you haven't wicked it right. I can wick these up and everyone who I do it for will test me. Oh, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm doing this. You need to do this too. So do it that way. Try it. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you get on with it, and we'll take it from there on something else in another time. So from Castle Vape, happy wicking, and don't forget, get yourself a little sharp thing you can cut things with. It's marvellous. But only cut cotton, don't cut yourself because that'll hurt. Alright, so ta-ta for now, and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye-bye.